What's up, bro? Welcome back. I haven't made a video in a couple weeks. I've really been spending the last part of 2023 figuring out exactly what it is that I'm going to do in 2024, getting my plan articulated and getting new systems in place. And so I want to come on here and just share that with you. If you're someone right now who wants to actually succeed in 2024 and make it your best year, actually achieve as much as you can, possibly in multiple different areas of your life, I'm going to give you this system that I have been developing the past couple weeks that I'm going to be implementing in 2024 that I think is really going to make a difference. So here's the thing: is the last couple weeks I just took off. I haven't made any videos because I really want to just take some time, do some soul searching. That's hard to say that. I tried saying that like 3 times fast. But I wanted to do that, and I wanted to take some time to just think about what is going on in 2024. What am I doing? What are the mistakes that I made over 2023, and how can I fix that? Because, I achieved a lot of things in 2023, but there was a lot of things that I didn't achieve. And, you tell people you're going to achieve these things, then you don't. So you feel bad. And then you're like, oh man, my self-esteem is kind of going down. My confidence is going down because you didn't achieve the things you set out to do. And so many people struggle with this. We talk about New Year's resolutions and setting goals, but it's like, what does that even mean? And how can you actually turn that into something that actually happens so that it's not just another year? You don't want 2024 to be another year that goes by where you're literally talking about the same shit that you've been wanting to do for the past 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, and nothing actually changes. And in 2023, I made a lot of great progress. I documented a lot of it on the channel, but there's some things that I didn't actually get to achieve, right? So for example, in 2023, I decided that, I wanted to go after multiple different things. But really, the problem was I was focused on too many things, and I wasn't focused in enough on one thing. And so a lot of people will tell you, yeah, all you need to do is you just need to set goals, you need to set New Year's resolutions. So let's start out with that. Is number one, I don't even think about resolutions, because resolution is just like, it's like the saddest attempt to really achieve anything, in my opinion. Resolution is basically just, I'm going to try to do less of this, or I'm going to try not to do that. I don't even think about those kind of things. I focus on like goals, but there's different kinds of goals, okay? If you want to actually be more likely to achieve the goal that you want to achieve this year, you really want to focus on input goals. You want to focus on action goals. You don't want to focus on outcome goals. You don't want to focus on result-based goals. And so this is what I really struggled with in 2023. I have a whole system for writing my goals down, and I was focused on result-oriented or outcome goals. So the difference here is, I'll give you an example. So let's say you want to get in shape, okay? You want to get in shape, you want to become the best shape of your life like I did this year, and that is actually one thing I was able to achieve. But let's say you want to cut down, you want a six-pack, okay? You wanting a six-pack is an outcome-based goal. That's a result-based goal. That is not an input goal. It doesn't tell you anything except what you want, which is good. If you can identify what you want, that's good. But it's not going to be likely that you're going to get it. If you set an outcome-based goal, like I want a six-pack, or I want a raise at my job, or I want my own business, or I want to have a better relationship and get in a better relationship, it's not actually going to happen most likely, because you're not focused on what you need to do. See, you can't control other people, right? You can't control them. You can influence them, but you can't control them. Ultimately, they make the decision, and a lot of what we want in life has to do with other people. So you want to focus on what you can do, and that's what you have the most control over, because you want to focus on what you can control. And so for me, I really started to focus, instead of talking about outcome-based things, this year in 2024, I'm going to be focused on input-based stuff. What can I do? What can I do every single day to get where I want to go? And so there's a whole system I've developed to reverse engineer the dream place that you want to be. Like, imagine your dream life, like everything that you could want. And so I figured out a way through reading, through watching thousands of hours of videos from my own experience, and combining all of that into a system that could work for you, possibly. I'm going to be using it this year, and I think it's going to be a game changer for my life. And so I want to share it with you today so that hopefully it'll save you hopefully years worth of time trying to figure out where you're going in life. A lot of people are always like, oh, I'm so confused, I don't know what to do. Like, I tell them, like, you need to set goals, and they're like, well, I don't even know what to set a goal on, I'm so confused. So if that's you, or you feel like that might be happening to you, because it always used to happen to me, literally every single year, probably up until like the last year, I was always so confused. What direction am I heading? Should I do this business? Should I do that business? Should I get this job, that job, all this kind of crap. So I want to share that with you in a minute in terms of actually going over it. I want to take you and just show you, I've got a whiteboard. I'm going to show you how to actually kind of set this up, like how the flow works, how it looks. But I just want to really get clear on the fact that the big difference between where you are right now and where you want to go, that gap, the difference is mostly your actions that you're taking every single day. If you want something specific, you have to take the right actions every single day. Because if you just keep writing about and dreaming about and trying to manifest your dream outcome, you're wasting time because you're not spending time thinking about the action. So the important thing to realize about this is, yeah, you do need to set an initial outcome goal, right? You need to have an idea of where you're headed. You need that North Star. Because if you don't even have a North Star, it's like, where am I heading? I'm just spinning my wheels, going in circles, like what the fuck? So you need that North Star. You want to set that intention. How much, let's say it's a money goal. How much money do I actually need per month to achieve the life that I want to live? You need to know what that is, and you need that to be an outcome goal. But from there, you don't focus on it. It's almost like you figure out what that is and you just set it to the side. And then from there, you figure out what do I need to do every day? What are the inputs that I need to do every day? What are the actions I need to take every single day? And this is really where the rubber meets the road, because this is what separates the people who are successful and the people who, want to be successful, but every single year they keep ending up in the same place. The only difference between those two people and the outcomes that they get is that one person's focused on the outcome and the other person is focused on the inputs and actions that they need to take. Because if every single day you do the actions necessary to get your dream outcome, you'll get it. You'll get it. You can't not get it. Eventually, over a long enough time period, you will get it. But if you're constantly focused on, I want to have, I want to make $5,000 per month by this date, and that's all you're focused on, what you want, you're never actually going to achieve it because you're wasting so much time focusing and spending energy on the future instead of what you can do right now. So this is the big misconception that I think a lot of people have, and this is what I fell into because I'm always looking for advice and trying to learn and grow on my self-improvement journey and stuff, and all these people are always like, yo, set goals, write your goals down every day, and it's like, dude, that doesn't even work. The only thing that advice is good for is your initial, finding your bearings, finding your North Star. Yeah, that works. But then on a daily basis to actually achieve it, that does not work. Because when you just focus on the outcome goal, I want that $5,000 every month. I want that $10,000 every single month. It doesn't tell you anything. It doesn't tell you what to do every day. That's great. I'm glad you want that. I'm glad you want six-pack abs. So does the rest of the world. Guess what? There's a reason why not everybody has six-pack abs. There's a reason why the majority of the population is obese. It's because they focus on the outcome goal and what they want and in their imagination of what they can think of, and not on what they need to do every single day. They're not focused on, how many calories do I need to be eating every day? Let's avoid McDonald's today. Let's avoid Burger King today. Let's not go to the grocery store and come home with a whole bunch of junk food, because I know that that's going to add on a bunch of calories and it's going to make me fatter. They're not focused on what they need to be hitting every single day, and they haven't reverse engineered that. Then the other big problem is so many people are so confused about where they're headed. They're like, oh, I don't know what to do in life. I'm so confused. Should I do this? Should I do that? And this is a huge problem with us, especially for us young men. I've spent literally years, bro, trying to figure out what direction to head in since I've been 17, 18. I've literally spent years, okay? And I'm not here regretting that. I'm not here saying that wasn't a journey in and of itself to kind of discover my direction, but I want to save you that time if possible, okay? I want to save you that time so that you aren't wasting, years or months. Some people even waste a decade trying to figure out the right direction. Now, here's the thing is in life, as you achieve these goals, so you have your outcome goals and you have your inputs. So what's really important is you focus on the input goals after you figured out where you want to go. When you achieve that, obviously things are going to change. You're obviously going to have to set new goals, right? Because you're going to grow as a person, your perspective will change, everything will change. But you need to initially know where you're headed, and you need to figure out what are those inputs that you need to be doing daily to get to where you want to go. All right, so it's probably going to be a little bit weird because, it's going to be kind of hard to see. But basically what you want to do, all right, is first thing you need to figure out is what is your vision, okay? What is the vision of your ideal life? First of all, let me redo that. That was trash. I need to. That was because I was looking at the camera and then it got messed up. All right, so let's go here. So we're still not that great, but it doesn't matter. All right, so number one is you got to figure out what your vision is. And so the way I recommend you figure this out is you think in your mind all of the things that you want, and you don't have to, don't make this less than what you really want. For example, if you really want to have a skyscraper and a Lamborghini, not that I'm recommending those things because materialism doesn't necessarily improve your happiness, but if there's some things like that you really want and you want to test out in life, don't not do it because you think, oh, that's not realistic. You know what I mean? Just go as far as your imagination can take you. Now, I like to set up this vision board. I call it a vision board. What you're going to do is you're going to go on the internet or look in your photo library of all the photos you've taken in life. And I want you to create a collection of pictures in the vision board, right? These are all going to be different pictures all in here that you're going to create and you're going to put in there. Now, I like to use Canva. Canva is an online sort of whiteboard software that you can use, and I like to set it up in there so I can see it every single day. And so I want you, don't even think about time, don't think about anything else besides putting in there exactly what you want. Just put in whatever you think of and whatever you can think of in terms of like what your dream life would be. What would your dream life look like right now, as far as you can imagine? From that point, I want you to create another Canva. Okay, so we're gonna go over here. I want you to create another Canva page or board. And this one is gonna be, what is your perfect day, okay? What is your perfect day gonna look like? Because you can have your vision with all your pictures, but there's no words, there's no text, there's no context into how does that structure into a day? I want you to then create a day. So what you can do is you can draw a clock, and then you can put the different times around it. You know, you could draw something like this on Canva where you got the clock here, and then you've got like, 12, 1, 2, 3, whatever. You get the idea. And then within each one of these, you can create like, within this area, I want to be doing this. Within this area, I want to be doing this. This area, I want to be doing this. And just think about, adding a description to that. Actually add a description to that in terms of your perfect day. Because your perfect day, again, if it's a clock and you got all this stuff in here about what you want to be doing, that's great. But just write a description. And basically what this is, and what this will help you do is, it'll help you figure out exactly what this means, because this is just images, right? But you need to get crystal clear on what it is you want. So think about how this right here translates into a day that you would want to be living. Now, once you have that and you've written the description and you've got your clock, the next thing that you want to do is from here and here come into what I would call your mission statement. Sorry for the writing, guys. I'm really not good at it on here. Or plan. So the mission statement is just simply your plan. So you've got your vision up here, right? Then you've got your perfect day that you want to be living. Then down here, your mission statement or plan, because this is great and all, but that's all just a dream. In order to actually get there, you're going to need a plan. So what is your plan to get these things that you want? Now, this doesn't have to be in a vacuum. This doesn't just have to be talking about money. This doesn't just have to be talking about health or relationships. It can be everything. It can be talking about your financial life, your social life, women, money. It doesn't matter. Like your fitness. It's all included. You don't have to just do one thing, okay? Think about it holistically, because really in reality, you're going to need all of those things in order for you to, live a good life and a healthy life and a happy life. So you got your mission statement now, okay? Basically what it is just writing out a plan. So just a quick example would be like, let's say up here you have a vision, you want to create a business, an online business, like this is more along the lines of what my goals are. An online business that can make you like 5 to 10K a month, okay? So you come down here, your mission statement. Now, what's the number per month you need? What's the number per month that you would need? And what I mean when I say that is within your vision and your perfect day, add up everything in here. So say in here say in your vision you've got a Lamborghini, you've got a penthouse, you've got all this crazy shit, right? How much per month do you need in order to achieve that? And that is going to be included in your plan. So if you actually know what that number is, what's great about that is it tells you exactly how much you need. And it may be more or it may be less than what you thought. But if you're up here and you have all this and you got your perfect day, from there you can determine how much money do I actually need based on this. And the great thing about this is that it destroys your comparison to other people, because if this is your vision and your perfect day, it doesn't have to line up with everybody else. It doesn't have anything to do with society. So if you see the guy next to you making way more money than you, it's like, okay, that's great, good for him, but I don't need that, because I'm fine just right here with this number right here, because this is my vision. And then, of course, over time, as you achieve this vision and you're actually living your perfect day, you can change your vision and you could go for more money or not. But the great thing about it is it also really helps when it comes to the comparison trap of feeling like you're not good enough, or you're not making enough money just because you're looking at somebody else. But if you actually have a vision and you have a perfect day, which leads down into your plan and your mission statement, which includes, your number, your big number that you need per month, you're good to go. So again, this could work for relationships and your health as well. Let's say within your vision, you've got, let's say you got 6-pack abs, just because it's a generic, easy thing to do. Okay, within your plan, you need to think, all right, how am I going to get closer to that? If I'm overweight right now, how am I going to get closer to doing that? What is that? So maybe you put like, all right, we're going to start going to the gym. We're going to, restrict calories so that we can start doing that. Restrict kcal. So let's say maybe that's part of your plan. Now with the plan, it's, you can get more detailed into it. I'm not going to go super detailed with this video. I just want to give you a rough outline so that you get a good idea. So let's just say, you've got the gym, restrict calories. That's kind of your plan. Let's say you want, let's say in your vision, you've got the girl of your dreams, right? You want to get a girlfriend. So we'll put GF right here, get GF. And let's just say in order to do that, what's my plan in order to do that? Well, maybe it would be, spend more time around women via dating. All right, so let's just say, you know, your plan is, all right, I'm gonna eventually get a girlfriend here, and I'm gonna do that by, you know, going on more dates. I'm gonna go on more dates, and you know, eventually, given enough time and going on enough dates, I will find someone who I connect with, and you know, who potentially I might want to spend more time with and get more serious with. Now, the cool thing about this is you've got your plan, right? And the plan is just simply an extension of this. So all of these things right here, the plan, these all tie right back. So that's what's cool, is that it all ties right back into here. So if you ever get confused and you're like, oh, what's my plan? You know, I don't really feel like I have a plan. All you got to do is go look at your vision, which is just all your images of the life that you want to be living right now, and think about your perfect day and how all of that fits in terms of, you know, a description of like everything you have, you know, when you're waking up in the morning, what it's like, how you feel, and you know, you got your clock there, which kind of gives you a rough guide of what you want your day to look like. And then that simply just follows right into your mission statement and your plan. So you can see it's all just an extension. It all just comes down and makes it really simple so that you know what to do. And this is another thing too. A lot of us young guys are like, oh, what's my purpose? I can't find my purpose. This right here is your purpose. That is your current purpose. All right. This right here is your purpose. And the reason for that is because that is the extent to right now which you understand your life. That is the extent of all the things that you want. So this is what you want, right? The vision, the perfect day. That's what you want right now. That's what you don't have. And so in order for you to get that, you're going to have to grow as a person. You're going to have to massively improve and completely change. And so right now, that is your purpose. That is your purpose, to work on that. Now, I believe that purpose is like a layer. You discover layers as you grow and get older in life. You'll hear some people be like, oh, well, your purpose is like, you got to figure it out what it is, and it's just this one thing and it stays static for your whole life. I don't believe that. So I believe once you achieve this vision here and you achieve this perfect day, or at least you're close to it and living some of it, your next layer, the next tier, will be revealed to you. But you need to actually achieve this first and this first in order to actually get there, okay? So right now for 2024, let me put 2024 up here. Sorry for the writing, man. I'm really not good at writing on whiteboards, but I usually just scribble like this because, you know, I don't really like to spend a ton of time doing like high quality penmanship or whatever the heck. So, all right, so 2024 plan, let's put plan. Hopefully you can get the gist of this. I think it's readable. I think it's somewhat legible. But yeah, so 2024 plan, you're gonna create that vision, okay? Create that vision, put all those images of the life you wanna live. You can do it on Canva. Perfect day, okay? Make sure it extends and these two things line up perfectly. Your perfect day has got to line up with your vision. So everything you have in your vision, so let's say you got a Lambo in your vision, okay? Make sure in your perfect day, you talk about, hey, you know, I just went down into my garage and I just saw my Lamborghini. I'm jumping into it. I'm going to go do X, okay? Make sure you include everything from your vision board in your perfect day and have a description of it. That's why I wrote description right there, okay? Create a description. Make sure you include that clock to give you a rough idea of, you know, what you're doing every day. Like you need to put when you're actually working. You need to put, you know, when you're spending time with your friends and family or your girlfriend. You need to put time when you're going to the gym. Make it real. Make it like a real schedule, as if you're living that right now. Make sure you could transfer it over to a Google Calendar or something. Make sure it's actually real and tangible for you, okay? Now, from this point, we're all the way up here, okay? We've got the perfect day, we've got the vision. It's gonna come down into your plan, your mission statement. The mission statement is really important because it's a written version. It's a written version of a plan, of an intent. You are intentional about this, okay? You're intending to achieve something. So your intent is to achieve your perfect day and therefore your vision. And the plan is just simply a written statement of the strategy you have to go about achieving this. So again, when it comes to money, if there's a certain amount of money you need for your vision, figure out what that amount is per month. Okay, figure out what that amount is per month so you actually have a number. If it has to do with your health, make a plan and just say, even if it's broad, just say, this is what I'm planning to do. This is the strategy I have to achieve this. And then lastly, you know, when it comes to your relationships, think about, you know, what do you need to do even if you want to just improve your relationship. Maybe you already have a girlfriend, but maybe you want to improve it. Maybe you want to, you know, do something. Write out a plan for that. So that is the sort of system that we got going here. Now there's one more part of this system. There's the third part, okay? And I'm going to erase some of this and redraw it because I don't have enough room here. Okay, so now I've rewritten all this. So 2024 plan, we've got the vision, the perfect day, which leads into your mission statement, right? Now here's where the critical thing happens. And this is what I was talking about earlier. This is what separates you from having success of this, right? Of literally getting your dream life and having and living your perfect day every single day. This is the difference between having that and being successful and failing utterly. We're gonna come down here, mission statement and plan. Now we have goals, okay? We have goals. We need to set goals, daily goals, in order to achieve what we want to achieve. So as you can see here, we've got the output or outcome type goal, which was what I was talking about earlier. Then we have the input or action-based goal. Now, The action-based or input goal is what you want. You do not want this, because if you focus on this, it doesn't tell you what to do, and you don't have an actual benchmark to go by in terms of what you need to achieve. So let's just say, for example, just to make it easy, because it's easier to do with financial stuff because it's numbers. Let's say part of your plan in your mission statement is you want to get to a certain number per month, okay? So that you can achieve your vision and your dream life. So let's just say that's 10K per month, all right? So we're going to come down to our goals, and we've got the input goals and the outcome or output goals on two different sides, right? These are two different spectrums. So the input, the right way to do this would be to boil it down to, how many leads per day do I need to get to 10K a month? Or how many sales per day do I need to make in order to get to 10K per month? The wrong way to do it would be to say, output or outcome goal, and then say, I want 10K a month. It's like, okay, that's great, but so does everyone else. What's going to separate you in terms of actually becoming successful? And what's going to separate you in terms of becoming successful is going to be the actions that you take daily. So over here with the input or action-based goal, we know that we need X amount of leads per day, and we know that we need X amount of sales per day. Right? And it depends, of course, on the business that you have and everything like that. But I'm not getting that deep in the weeds here. I'm just talking about, the basics. And so now I know, okay, maybe I need, 10 leads per day. Okay, great. Then that means I need to make X amount of videos every day, or do this amount of marketing, or run this amount of ads, or whatever. It gives you a much clearer thing. So every day you have a benchmark that you can hit in terms of action. I need to do this every day in order to get 10 leads. Okay, you're in control of that. We're over here, I want 10K per month. That's great, but you're not in control of people buying your shit, right? You're not in control of that. The only thing you can control every day is the action that you take. And then you have to basically just let things happen as they will. And so this is the structure for achieving whatever you want in 2024. Okay, this is what you need to do, and this is what I'm going to be doing, and hopefully you can follow along with me and just see my progress and just see that this is going to work. Because see, the problem last year was, number one, I didn't have this and this together. I just had that, but not even really. It was kind of messed up. Then I didn't have this. I didn't even have a plan. It was just winging it. And then I did have these. I had goals, right? I had goals, but it wasn't connected to anything bigger, which you need. That's imperative. You got to have it connected to something bigger to give you that motivation and to know what you're working towards every day. So I had these, I had goals, but the problem was I didn't go down this path. I went down this path over here. So I followed the dream or outcome goals. I said, hey, I want a 6-pack, I want 10K per month. I want this and this and that. And every single day when you write that down, the problem with that is your brain doesn't understand what it needs to do to get those things. Instead of focusing on these things, it's good to know that you want this. That's good. That's why we have it written up here as our number per month that we need. But when it gets down to here, you need to know what you're doing every day. And so this is where this comes in handy, because this is an action-based goal or an input-based goal, right? And so you need X leads per day or X sales per day. Okay, now I know what I need to do in terms of action every day to get there. Maybe it's posting content or whatever, like I said before. Now, let's say, maybe it has to do with your fitness. All right, great. When it comes to your fitness, maybe you want 6-pack abs. Instead of having the goal down here and saying, oh, I want 6-pack abs. Well, yeah, that's great. But like I said, so does everyone else. What's going to separate you? What's going to separate you is the input over here. So over here, you've got, maybe it's I go to the gym X days per week so that I'm actually lifting weights and building muscle. And then underneath that, maybe you also have, I'm only going to eat this many calories, which is a slight deficit, so that I slowly start losing fat. Then next thing you know, you doing that day after day after day after day after day, you follow through that. Next thing you know, you're lean. You've got muscle and you've got abs. So that's what you want to do. All right, that's what you want to do. And this is going to be the structure going forward, I think, just for my life in general. I'm just going to basically follow through this, but this is the plan for 2024. This is the big plan. Hopefully you can take this and use this. And of course, if any of you guys have questions down in the comments, let me know what they are. And I just hope that this can serve you in some way, because it's really, I think, going to work for me really well. And so that's basically it. And I'll see you soon in the next video. I'm going to be making a lot more content, because we got my vision up here, right? I got my vision. I got my perfect day all set. I've got my mission statement set. I know the number I need per month. I know the number that I need every single month. And I've got my goals set, and I have them set as input or action-based goals. Not this. This year I'm not doing this. I did this in 2023 and it didn't work. So I'm doing input, and I'm doing, I need X amount of leads, because I know I need X amount of sales per day. So you're going to see me making a lot more content, because that's going to be the input that I need to do. I need to make more content every single day for you guys and for other people who, are interested, so that I can get X amount of leads and whatnot. So that's basically the deal. Hopefully this works for you, man. And just keep going. Don't give up. Don't give up on your dreams, and just make them happen. All right. Peace out.